We are the keepers of the flame, the sacred order. Let the ceremony begin. And today, Faithful Acolytes, we take a look at this. And what this is, boy, I don't even know if I could, I guess it's coming out okay. This is the Alice Cooper Poison Reaper hot sauce. See, we've got more of an orangey sauce here, I guess. Little bits of black pepper and so on floating around in there. And then, of course, here is the riff on the song lyrics, which, you know what I wish, let me put it this way here. So what I really wish, I think this is the actual address for United Sauces, actually, which sort of bolsters my idea that this is a relabel, and probably of the Cajon's Small Batch Reaper. If I had to place a guess, given that the ingredients order are identical between the two sauces, but what I kind of wish Alice Cooper would do is, I wish he would he's got so many lyrics that would translate well into, this Poison, I guess, is one of them, but he's got so many lyrics that would translate well into hot sauces and stuff. I really hope he comes out with like a line of like 20 or 30 of them. That'd be really cool. I would get a kick out of that. I wish he would actually have... I mean, relabels are fine. There's certainly... In this day and age, that is a well time-honored custom to do rebranding. But I wish he would do some original ones. I read on... I want to say it was Rolling Stone or something like that, where they were going on about how he was... in the kitchen and testing and blah, 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 blah. And, bullshit. I'm not sure how much I believe that. So, but anyway, there is a menu item at Rock N Brews that this sauce, I think you can actually buy this sauce at Rock N Brews as well. So that will play a little bit more into this video coming up. But first, let's look at the ingredients. We have vinegar, reapers, sugar, salt, garlic, black pepper, spices, don't know what that means, and lemon extract. So I don't know what spices means. It's just a random spices. Could be cumin, could be chili powder, it could be a variety of things. No idea what it actually is, because this reads more just as vinegar and a sweetness with the reapers. That is by far the more dominant. There is a little bit of astringency with this, with the lemon extract in there as well. Black pepper and garlic are not coming through particularly as standing on their own flavors. Definitely more of an amalgamation of stuff. I don't know what spices is or what it could be, though. That anybody's guess. I mean, I guess if you're in the kitchens where this is being produced, you probably know, but it certainly is not picking up, I would say, especially on the sauce. So let's take a look at it in the old white spoon. As I mentioned in the written review, which is available down in the description below, this reminds me, this is runnier though, it reminds me a lot of another sauce I did similar to this in style and tone is called the Uncle Keith's Code Red. There's a video of that, by the way, in the hot sauce playlist right here on YouTube if you are inclined to check that out. That is a much darker, deeper, richer sort of sauce. This is definitely a lot more watery. But it's interesting is I licked the threads of the bottle there, and I'm actually getting more garlic than I have, so far using half the bottle. So it's kind of interesting, some of the flavor notes and tones that this will come up with. But you can see it is definitely this, I guess it's more of a red-orange. Not quite a red, still to me a little bit, I guess it's kind of in between the two. So a little bit more towards red, I think, than orange even. Although in the bottle, you know, looking at it in the bottle, it definitely looks, it's got sort of an orange hue to it. And the colors, from what I've seen, I have not ever had the small batch Reaper from Cajon's, and I'm not honestly super inclined to go get it to compare side by side. But from the pictures I've seen, and these are clear bottles, from the pictures I've seen, the sauces look very similar in color. And of course, they both have these clear labels. Now, this Alice Cooper poison sauce is always more expensive than the other one, and I think that is probably due to the licensing that they're paying Alice Cooper. Anyway, yeah, I mean, it's a nice looking sauce. Gorgeous. So let's get on into this then. Touch gritty. I am getting some of the black pepper finally. But definitely there's a strong, super hot aspect to this, along with some vinegar, and that sweetness isn't really prominent. It's just it's a note that you can tell is there. It really, I think, tones down a lot of the fury of the Reapers. But this is definitely the hottest of the Alice Cooper vanity sauces, and it probably is definitely the hottest. It's probably the best tasting, actually, too. It's funny, when I use this sauce, I don't mind it. You know, I can, it's like, yeah, it's all right. But there are so many other sauces that I like better wherever I do wind up using them. I've used it on pizza, I've used it on mac and cheese, I've used it on chicken strip. I mean, I've used it in a lot of different applications, and inevitably, you know, I eat it, I go, oh, it's all right. But it's like I would rather have something different. So, at Rock N Brews, which is a sort of like a hard rock cafe chain started by, among other people, Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley of Kiss, there is the Alice Cooper Poison Burger. Now, the legend goes that this was actually a house sauce at Alice Cooperstown restaurants or whatever. But they're deep. They're deep in the lore. Deep in the lore on that one. So it would be amazing if that was just a coincidental identical thing. So I thought, you know, what the hell? Let's try to recreate. There's no Rock N Brews anywhere near me. But I thought, let's try to create this poison burger that Alice Cooper legendarily could only eat half of. Now, on that burger, there is a pepper cheese spread. So what I've got here is I've got jalapeno pepper jack. It's the hottest pepper jack I could find. So we're going to substitute that for the pepper spread. There's also jalapenos. So funny story. The reason I went to Burger King was they used to have these fried jalapeno cheese things, and I thought, that'll work pretty well. They're gone. So I've got, of course, here just these hot nacho jalapenos. We'll throw those on. There's also onion straws, but there is not. I would not be eating the burger with onion straws. They're not going to contribute to heat anyway. And last but not least, there is Reaper Ranch, which I don't think I've ever had a ranch that I thought was actually spicy. Although the whole pink sauce phenomenon, right? Which is basically just a colored ranch for all intents and purposes. All what I've seen would lead me to that conclusion. Is owned by Dave's Gourmet, so there might be a spicy version of a ranch, maybe the pink sauce or something like that coming out that might finally scratch that itch. But anyway, we're not gonna bother with the Reaper Ranch. What I'm gonna do instead is I'm gonna do Reaper. I'm gonna make a Reaper ketchup for the fries, and so we'll have extra Reaper. We'll have Reaper on top of Reaper. What is all this? All right. Okay, so here's the fries. I'm not a big fan of Burger King's fries. I think they're okay. But it seems like QC is always on the light side a little bit with these. As the legend goes, Alice Cooper supposedly got halfway through the burger and then reached for the antidote, whatever that was. Probably milkshake or something. This isn't really hot enough to necessitate that. It is Reapers though, so Reapers will come back on you. That's the only pepper, the only anything like that actually does that to me is I'll have it and then sometimes up to 4 hours later it'll come on back. And I don't understand that mechanism for the life of me. So anyway, I got there's no lettuce and other stuff, so I just got a Bacon King because the Cooper burger should really have bacon. So this is just mayo, ketchup, bacon, and then the burgers here. So, all right. So what we're gonna do is let's split this in half here. Let's find out how hot this habanero pepper jack actually is. And, it's got very little punch to it. Like cheese and trying to get a hot cheese, I think, is just you have so many counter forces just kind of fighting each other with that. I think that's a little hard to do. All right, so that's fine. We'll throw it on. This can be our Reaper Ranch, I guess. Our substitute for Reaper Ranch. Oh, I got to put jalapenos on there too. I mean, there are definitely bits of orange habanero on this. No question there. All right. Let's got the seem to hold on to things today. All right. Moving too fast. Okay. So I'm going to throw them on this napkin so I don't have a whole ton of pro trick here, right here. Throw them on a paper towel so you don't have the juice of jalapenos everywhere. I mean, you still will get some. That's not avoidable, but whoa. Easy now. Okay, so we're gonna throw basically they call them fresh fried jalapenos. I guess they're just getting raw jalapenos and throwing them in the deep fryer, I guess. I mean, I could have got raw jalapenos, but those, it is so hard to find any of those that are actually spicy where I am. They mostly are just, I mean, they're not green bell pepper, but they're not much removed from it either. Okay. All right, so here's our ketchup. And, I mean, look at this. These are brown, unappetizing. Burger King, come on, guys. We're just phoning in the fries. Okay. Hopefully this is... See this okay? Alright. So we're gonna... This is very runny, so I'm trying to be a little careful. I should put some on the bun, too. You don't want to put too much or it won't absorb. But, alright, let's throw that on there, and then we'll have some... this is going to be a pain to eat. Let's have some here as a dip. Alright, Can we all see that? Yeah, we can. Okay. So we're going to throw a little bit of this here. And we're going to throw the ketchup in here. See what kind of build we can get out of this. To me, this sauce is right on the edge of what's going to be too hot for most people, for non-chili heads. Chili heads, this is not going to be challenging. Non-chili heads, they might have some struggles. Yeah, that's actually quite good in ketchup. Touch more of that though. I want to see what kind of burn I can get out of this. Okay. There we go. We got a good solid mix of flavor there. So there's our Reaper ketchup. Alright. That's pretty tasty. I like that. Well, you want to spike your ketchup, this is absolutely a good way to go. There you go. Rock N Brews. There's a freebie for you. Poison ketchup. Well, the big problem here is I can't get enough on there, so at least at this stage, so we'll just pour more on. I've never had one of those burgers. I think they're just like randomly strewn across the country. I think probably California. I would have to fly to California to have one. There gotta be one in Vegas. Could fly to Vegas and have one, I guess. This is actually not bad on a burger. I'm pleasantly surprised. Like I said, it speaks to me a little bit more. Same as with that Code Red of where you'd use a Cajun, where you use a Louisiana style, which is not where I would normally think of, but a burger. Partially due to how runny this sauce is. It's really runny. This is not a bad burger. And we're not going to confuse it with a great one, certainly, but I thought this might have been a spin towards Red Robin's Scorpion Burger, which may or may not be up by the time this is posted. If not, keep your eye out for it. But in looking at the lineups of those two, they're just kind of completely different things. And the Scorpion Burger itself is different from what the Ghost Pepper Burger used to be. This Reaper ketchup is really fun. Let's try it by itself on Reaper sauce. Poison, sorry. Well, not bad. Not great though. Too vinegary for fries. Unless you like salt and vinegar. God, these are. If I would have known this was the case, I hate to say this because Burger King was a favorite of mine for so long, but if I would have known that they wouldn't have had those jalapeno things, I would have just went to Cracknell's. Cracknell's is not great at filling up the fry boxes completely with sleeves, but at least what you get there is pretty solid. This with Burger King is just always a complete crapshoot. This Bacon King is okay. It's just, it's not great. It's just okay. All right. So we're out of additional poison. We'll just use up the poison ketchup. I can't believe they didn't do that. It seemed like such a natural extension. Unlike the Nightmare, Welcome to Nightmare, which I wound up binning, I'm definitely gonna finish the sauce. I mean, it's good enough for that. It's just taking me a while. It probably won't be. We're still in late 2022 as I film this. I probably won't finish this before the end of the year. It took me a while for Code Red also. This is I think pretty solid every once in a while sauce. You know, where you just wanna change your pace a little bit. I am getting I mean certainly a recognizable burn. Alright, let's finish this thing off. Probably more ketchup than I want, but oh well. Didn't want to let that go to waste. A lot of Reaper here toward the end. Uh-oh. This is why I don't get double burgers. Except for the double cheeseburgers from Burger King. Double cheeseburgers will generally hold together. These are basically Whopper sized. They use the Whopper patty. Just get stuff sliding all over. Admittedly, I did tear it apart to add stuff, but I do enjoy a Whopper here and there, but I always know going in that it's going to be messy. Nature of the biz. Alright. Alright, so. This Murray's Habanero Jack. Get you a good look at it, see the flecks of, there's the name. Little flecks of orange habanero. Probably not something I would get again. But habanero's flavor is just really. It is so hit and miss for me. But of course, there's none of that in this that I know of. So this is Alice Cooper Poison. You know, it's solid. I'll just say that it is. This is a solid sauce. It's one that I don't like. I said, it's a nice little change of pace every once in a while. Sauce. I don't mind throwing it in. I certainly am not disappointed in it from a heat perspective. I've got a really pleasant mouth burn from all what I had. And you can see, we're at the halfway point. We used probably not quite half of what was left. Almost his entire face is open now. But it's not a... I guess that's where I would use it. Just as something to break the monotony or whatever. But I do so many reviews that really is not much of a problem with me. If I used the same sauces regularly over and over and over again, something like this would be nice. It's a good step up from I think most of the commercial regular sauces out there. And most of the time I see this for about $10, and for a $10 bottle of sauce, it's fine. No complaints there. Like I said, it's just that's just it. It's fine. It's okay. It's it's there. It's one of those things where I don't mind using it, but it's not what I'm going to reach for. And a lot of the time when I'm using it, it just strikes me that I would prefer something else. So like I said, change of pace sauce, it's fine for that. This, to me, isn't something I would ever use as a regular type of sauce. It just doesn't hit the right flavor notes with me. But it is a very well done sauce. And of course, this initially started as a collab, from what I understand, with John Hard and the It's Alive management, Shep Gordon and Alice Cooper. I don't know how that's evolved over time, but it's I can't say if you're an Alice Cooper fan, go run it again or anything like that. It definitely is geared more towards the chili head market, but again, if it's the sauce that I think it is, just relabeled, that would tend to make more sense, because the small batch line from Cajon's is kind of this, I guess, maybe a labor of love, sort of love letter to the chili head community. So, but yeah, I mean, it's a fine tasting sauce, worth a go. It is. I would put it in the upper part, the upper third maybe of the vanity sauces, the celebrity sauces, if you will. So, especially if it's another really good introduction to Reaper. You can get a lot of the Reaper flavor. You can get a slice of what the Reaper heat's going to be like, but it is definitely tamped down quite a lot. So then you can determine whether or not the flavor of that pepper is to your suiting, of course. So very useful in that regard. And like I said, it's a pleasant enough sauce that I will unquestionably finish the rest of this. So, but anyway, there it is. The Alice Cooper Poison Hot Sauce. Now go forth in peace to serve the flame.